Hello everyone, so let me talk about the QA hackathon. So I found all the bugs here. You can just refer to triple S folder for the screenshots. Everything is there. And for extra info, please refer to report MD file here. Here over, yeah. And then, okay, swag gear is available also here. Okay, let's get started. API 3, create a new user. Okay, on create a new user on dev, when we enter username that already exists, it's saving there was empty username, but email validation is working fine. So, however, on release, it's not saving the user with the same username. And email, it says username already exists and email exists as well. API 2022, create a new user. Why? Yeah, API 3 and create new user, both of them create new user, to be honest. On the create new user, on dev, it gives 500 interval server, internal server error every time. However, on release, it's working fine. API 21, list all the users. On list all users, on dev, it returns all available data, but with meta total 0. On the However, on the release, it returns total number 10 here. Let me collapse this. API 6, list all users. On list all users on dev, it returns correct data, offset 0. Here, as you can see. And when offset is 10, it returns all the data again. But it should not. However, on release, it returns empty list when offset is 10. When offset is 0, it returns all data. API 23, get user by UUID. Actual data from API 21, list all the users. It returns wrong data on dev. Here, as you can see, for example, there's a UID, and yeah, here is 5, but there's nothing. Yeah. However, on release, it returns the correct data. There's no 5, as you can see here, just the max. But on dev, it was 5. Okay, and the JSON. It's kind of just a JSON output. Okay, and there's some I would say some another experiment, for example, with data. It returns 9, but here, as you can see, it's a 7. There's one there. There's a 9, yeah. And the API 1, delete user by UUID. On release, it's deleting. However, on dev, it's giving 500 interval server error. API 7, get user by credentials. Get user. Um, on there, it's giving the 404 not found error. However, on release, it's working fine. Bash. Okay, some results from Bash. You can see couldn't find user was given the credentials. API 9, get the game by UUID. Some results, as you can see, on release, we can see it finds the game, but on dev, it couldn't find. It says couldn't find the game with this kind of UID. API 10, get games by category. On release, you can see the response. But it finds one, but on dev, you can see it finds 3 games. Yeah, total 3. And there's one. It's on the release, it's on the dev. For example, there's another result. No matching games found. There's some bugs, to be honest. Yeah, we can scroll down to another. There's some results from list all the games, list all the available games, and the API 25 add item to the user's wish list. On the boss versions, it doesn't say that item already exists in the wish list. As you can see here on the release and on the dev. It's adding the same item twice in the wish list on dev. You can try the same with Swagger. I listed above. And add item to the user's wish list. Um, add item wish list limit it reached, but it's not reached. In actual, it's not reached. Okay, API 8, remove item from user's wish list. It's not removing the item from wishlist on dev, it's removing the item from wishlist on release. API 11, update user's avatar. Update failing on dev. API 12, list all items and users' cards. Do not count in the total price, it's still zero. For example, you can see the image here, still zero. And API 13, change an item in user's cart. Yeah. Cart it's not updating on dev. And there are some screenshots. API 14, remove item from user's cart. It's removing all items from cart, but in actual, it should not. And the clear, I couldn't find any issues with clear cart because when I cleared, it worked like it's clears everything, just clear and clears everything. But on the review, it should not clear, and it should remove with ID that I provided. On the API 16, create a new order. It's duplicating orders from image. As you can see from the image. Let me make it this. Yeah. Here. And here also. It's duplicating tough. And API 17 list all the users, all the orders for a user. So far, no issues with this API because when I listed all orders, it listed all orders. When I send a request, it listed all the orders. I don't know, like, what kind of issues is there? But yeah, actually, yeah, here it was 17. Yeah, 17. This 17 here. Yeah, I'm listing the orders. It's listing all the orders. It was pretty similar to the release and the base URL dev and base URL release. All the orders was the same. Yeah, so far no issues. I don't know, like, is there any bug? Not. API 18, change order status. Here. There was update issue on dev. Even it's open, it's not updating the order. Yeah, because we can update order open orders, but we cannot update the order that cancel it. Here it says the following status cannot be changed. It's completed, cancelled, but it's not complete or cancelled. It's open still. There's some, for example, there's also some results. Yeah, And API 9, let me call okay. And API 19 gets a payment by UUID. So far no issues with this API. Yeah. When I send the request to get payment, I think yeah 19, and let's go to 19 here. It worked. It worked fine. Yeah, it listed everything, to be honest. This API. I tested with this users. Yeah, mostly I tested with this user. Sometimes this. Yeah. API 20. In release, even order status is completed, it's creating payment, but it should not. Okay, failed to create payment, all of order status open. Yeah. Like operation forbidden. Order payment can be created only for an order with status open, but even order is completed, it's creating payment. For example, there's some results from Swagger also. And yeah, here. API 12, two, search game, search working fine on release, returning coded games. Yeah, for example, search query. I just searched like and then, boom, I got, and then boom, I got how much? How many? Four games. But on that, it's returning list of all games. Kind of. I did the same. Like I entered and then boom, everything like 10 games. There are 10 games, but it should not. API 24 update user. So far no issues with this API because update user. I think it should be in this one. Yeah, it worked fine. Like for example, I tested here email name and nickname updated with old version. I kind of, is it updating or not? Yeah, it was updating. And on release, it did the same stuff. Like I just like email name and nickname. Is it updating? Yeah, it's updating. API for update a user. Yeah, there's some like I don't know, like duplicated or not. Just two versions: update user, create new user. API for update user. So far, no issues with this API. Yeah, as you can see here, there's no issues. It checks the name. It's validating the name. It's validating the email. It's validating the nickname. What else? Pass. Yeah, password. We can just right here. Yeah, I think that's all about it. Okay, this report and report.md. Yeah, some kind of formal way. I would say formal way. And tablet version. Yeah, that's all about it.